Hey guys, how's it going? It's the Crypto Analyst here, and welcome back to another cryptocurrency video. As always, I hope all of you guys are having a good morning, evening, wherever you guys are from. And today I wanted to give an update video on Bitcoin because it has been bouncing so well between the support and resistance range up in here that I just had to talk about it. And I do think that it's actually getting ready to break one way or another, either to the upside or the downside, obviously. But I think that this consolidation and sideways moving action is getting ready to end on Bitcoin. And today I want to explain why, as well as how I'm kind of determining where I think Bitcoin's going to break from here. So if you guys are interested, go and stick around for the video, and do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button, as it does help out the channel a lot. But that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into today's video. Now, it's very evident, guys, that Bitcoin has been bouncing between this support and resistance range. It's something that I've been talking about in my Discord. If you guys want a link to that, there's a link in the description down below. But what this is essentially this former support area of Bitcoin around $7,800. Very clear support. I mean, it's bounced on here on a 4-hour time scale 1, 2, 3, now 4 separate times. And then, of course, now that this has broken down below that, it's starting to use this as resistance again. And in fact, we've already tested this on one swing high. And earlier today, a couple hours ago, we had this nice wick up here and a fat rejection coming in from Bitcoin on the 4-hour and on the daily chart, which is something that we're going to look at very, very soon. So with Bitcoin actually seeing this, and I do want to zoom this in because it's a little bit small right now, but zooming this in, Bitcoin having the second rejection, and might I add that this second rejection is actually a lower swing high for Bitcoin for the time being, and this is actually going to be almost a new swing low as well. But the kind of the name of the game here is that this falling channel that Bitcoin's been in, this former resistance area that it's had for a while, is now being used as very, very clear support. Now, it did break down over here again, use it as resistance, actually break above it, and now it's using the same area as support, which is, I would say, a bullish thing overall. However, if we're going to go ahead and start talking about bullish factors and bearish factors here, I want to look at this from a daily time scale. So just to zoom out so you guys can see what the macro of this looks like, that is it. But looking at this on a little bit more of a zoomed in time scale, or more zoomed in look, what we can see is that, of course, we have these bounces off this area, very, very clean. The fact that we had our first rejection, no candle body close over it, but we did have wicks over it, and this time around we were not even able to get the wick over it, and we have this massive daily candle rejection, and this is what I really don't like to see if I am a bull in this zone. But again, as long as it's holding this support line, I can't be too bearish, but it's kind of a mixed feelings, because in one day we were able to touch both the resistance and support in the same daily candle, really just a couple hours apart from each other. So a lot of people kind of call this a Darth Maul candle. I would call this more of a rejection candle, just because the wick to the upside is so much greater than the wick towards the downside. And usually when you see things like this, I tend to believe that this is going to be continuing downwards afterwards. So we'll have to just wait and see. Again, it has to crack support if it even wants to do that, but I think that if it cracks support here, we're going to be getting our answer to the downside fairly fast, and it's going to probably go for new lows around 6,500, maybe even 6,800. I would say 6,800 first, being this local support area. If it breaks that, obviously it's going to try to double bottom at 6,500. I just don't know how probable that is to happen at this point. Again, you do have the death cross on the daily time scale and on the 4-hour time scale from the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA. So a lot of these factors are definitely leaning to be a little bit more bearish, which would make sense because we are in, again, a short-term downtrend for the price action of Bitcoin, just meaning lower swing highs and lower swing lows consistently over the past couple of months, really since summertime. So it makes sense that we see this sort of thing. But again, continuation towards the downside looks what's probable here. Having a rejection candle like that on the daily time scale is not an ideal argument for any kind of bull. It's now actually below both of the EMAs. It was fighting and sitting above the above the 50 EMA on the 4-hour time scale for some time now. Got kind of close to this 200 EMA, and then saw the rejection from there. There's no real signs of anything happening on the MACD or the RSI. Both of these guys are sitting very, very neutral, no matter how you're looking at this. I think, if anything, you have a little bit of bullish divergence that has already started playing out on the 1-day RSI, but other than that, everything's sitting very neutral, and I think the trend is your friend in this kind of situation. And so for that reason, I am still sitting a little bit bearish on Bitcoin and expecting a retracement to at least $6,800 on Bitcoin in the coming future. And I do think that this sideways price action will slowly stop, because as this is expanding, support is falling, resistance is staying the same. I do think that this could very well lead towards a breakdown in the price action of Bitcoin coming into the future here. So this is going to be a little bit of a short update today. I just want to make sure I explain what's happening in this area, because I think it's very textbook. It's a great learning opportunity, and it's definitely a crucial area that Bitcoin is currently hanging on to. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, hit that like and subscribe button, and if you guys want to see more of this, make sure to stay tuned. I will have a lot more videos coming out very, very soon. So once again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.